Hello, and welcome to another Genshin discussion guide type kind of video here. So, I just wanted to put a little thing together talking about the new event because, oh my gosh, the new event is so much fun. It's so good. I love it. It's honestly really great. They're bringing a lot more difficulty back into the game via this event, and that's exactly what we've been wanting to see for a while now. Though that being said, the new event is, again, kind of difficult. Even I've seen a lot of very well-built whale players struggling with the event. So I wanted to put together just a general bottom tier kind of guide. I know a lot of people have looked at getting the max number of points, of course, and that's really fun, and I'm going to be going for that event soon too. But I just wanted to look at getting the minimum number of points to actually complete the event, and that's 20,000 points in total. And there's only one unlocked at the moment because I'm recording this on Saturday. So tomorrow, on that being Sunday, we should get this one, or it might be Monday. I'm not always certain about the 1 day deal, if that's over 1 day. But yeah, so there's going to be 4 challenges in total. We've got the first one here. So some simple math. Need 20,000 in total, 4 different ones. We need 5,000 points per challenge. So I went through and tested around to find what I thought felt like the easiest 5,000 point total to go for. And generally speaking, I thought that the easiest way to handle this would be to go through this right here. Is to essentially go to the expert level, set everything to set the time limit and the extra HP on the enemies to the lowest tier, and then click every debuff except for the stamina debuffs. Stamina is very important in Genshin Impact, and reducing your stamina, like increasing the consumption by 2 times, increasing the damage every time after you've sprinted, that's a lot of extra damage to be taking, considering you're going to be taking 35% increased damage if you take this, guaranteed. And then reducing the stamina regeneration by 35% is really frustrating to deal with. All of that stamina-related stuff just hurts a lot. Alternatively, if you feel more confident in your stamina management, you can instead take the decrease and instead remove the healing effectiveness debuff, and that'll honestly make things very easy as well. But I would leave that up to personal taste. Either one is good. I can generally deal with the healing effectiveness decrease because we can use you can use food in this event. So in these challenges, you can use food, and we're going to look at that as well. So taking the stamina, removing all the stamina debuffs is what I would personally suggest is what you should look at doing. And that'll give you 5,000 points, and as long as you hit 5,000 points, even if you're at AR 40, you should be able to clear this, even lower than AR 40. If you've got a decent enough built team, you should be able to clear this with and get the 5,000 points that you need to get all the rewards for each challenge. Obviously, we don't know what the rest of the challenges are going to look like, but at least for this one, I found that this works perfectly fine. So, getting into it, essentially, this is the general versatile team that I like to run in a lot of situations, so we're going to just take this one in here. So, first and foremost, as I said, you can use food buffs, so I'm just going to show this off. I don't want to waste one of my Adeptus Temptations on this. I'll use a Jade Parcel, it's pretty easy to get. So, there you go. You can use food buffs, that's pretty nice. And you can use healing and revives as well. So if you're struggling a little bit, that should be a nice buffer. And one of the main reasons that I specifically said that you don't need to remove the stamina debuffs rather than the healing one, because healing shouldn't be an issue since you can use food anyway. So at the very beginning, you're going to get 2 Geovicious spawning, and generally, they will jump to you. I have found consistently this is what happens, and I am very happy to see that. They'll do the spin, and then... Oh, I actually managed to kill them. Normally, after that, if you don't manage to kill them right there, they're gonna immediately do their little teleport type thing, which is very frustrating, and you'll have to chase them down, but it's whatever. Because they'll do the roly-poly thing. But after them, you're going to get this small Geobishop and this large Geobishop, and so generally speaking, I highly suggest... Oop, I'm not paying attention to my health. Generally speaking, I would suggest staying on the large Geobishop, because he is... I don't want to target that one. Because he has a higher health pool, and the small one is kind of going to dash around a little bit every so often. So it's a lot easier to play around the large one and slowly whittle away at his health, rather than deal with the... play around the large one and slowly whittle away at his health while the small one comes in. Like, I wasn't even focusing down the small one and he's already dead. I also heavily suggest making sure that you keep your shields up at all times, because again, healing isn't as effective. Even though you have food buffs, healing is not going to be as effective. So you want... Alright, there we go, get that energy, and there's my CC. Healing isn't going to be nearly as effective, but shielding will be. So you need to keep up your shields as much as possible to keep yourself healthy. So that oh, and there we go. I wasn't paying... I'm focusing on talking too much, and I'm not paying attention to my health. But he's back alive. So, again, you've seen the last one here is going to be very similar to the old Floor 12 Chamber 1. It's 2 of the large Geobishops, an Electro one, and I believe that's a Hydro one. So they're very frustrating to deal with because they will just superconduct. Or, not superconduct, they will electrocharge you and just melt you if you're not careful. Like, I almost wasn't there. even at this difficulty, it's still the expert difficulty, so they deal a decent amount of damage. So if you're not paying attention, they can burst you down really easily. So just keep that in mind, and don't constantly try and talk throughout the entire time like I am doing as I'm trying to narrate this. But yeah, generally you just want to try and follow a similar strategy, and I just lost Tartaglia. That's kind of sad. Ooh, it's actually taking me over 3 minutes to do this. That's... Oh, wait. Ooh, I'm not keeping my shield up. You gotta keep your shield up. That's fine. They're almost dead anyway. But, yeah, so, obviously, that was a really poor run in the second half of that for me, especially on the last wave of the 2 large Geobishops, but you can see it's very possible, not too difficult to manage as long as you're not focusing on commentating the entire time, and just focus on keeping your shield up. 100% again, I suggest running a shield support in these challenges because you're going to have a reduction in healing, so just focus on using your food buffs to get the healing instead, and then have a shield support that's gonna give you a lot of safety and utility in that regard for your main DPSs to do their work, and just try and make sure that you're grouping the enemies as much as possible. Again, first, the 2 small Geobishops, just stay in the middle, set up your shield, they'll jump to you, and then just unleash a burst real quick and try and kill them real quick. Then you'll get the large Geobishop and the small Geobishop. Focus on the large Geobishop because he has a larger health pool, and the small Geobishop will come every so often and just unload your damage when he unload your bursts when the small Geobishop is also there, so that you can kill them both really quickly. And then you get to the final stage with the 2 Geobishops, and you're going to do a very similar thing to what you would do in the old Spiral Abyss Floor 12. Go over to 1 and kind of focus him a little bit, and then the other one will jump initially. After the first jump, make sure that you're standing pretty much right next to the other Geobishop that isn't jumping, so that the jumping one will land right next to them, and you can unleash whatever CC and burst that you have right then to deal a ton of damage and keep, while they're perfectly grouped, and then just do your best to keep them somewhat grouped while unleashing your damage. If you're at a high enough level that you're able to, you can also focus one of them down so that you don't have to deal with both of them at the same time, and that can make it a little bit easier. But if you're able to do that, then you probably are going to want to be doing it at a higher level anyway for the real challenge. So you probably don't really want to focus you probably don't want to focus one of them down, because you need to burst both of them down if you're doing it at the max difficulty, because oh my gosh, they have so much health. But yeah, hopefully this video was helpful to those of you that want to complete the event and get all the rewards but might be struggling with it. I definitely think that this strategy is one of the most efficient ones to be able to get all of that. Be sure to leave a comment below letting me know what other kind of stuff you'd like to see me talk about in future videos. Subscribe for those future videos and for the other challenges. I plan to do some stuff on the other challenges, as well as attempting to get the max points as well. And have a fantastic rest of your day.